As of right now, only about 40% of Americans have about $1,000 in place for emergency savings if anything were to come up. Only 40%. I know that there are a lot of student workers on campuses that have lost their jobs. There are restaurant workers that have lost their jobs. There are librarians that have lost their jobs, of course temporarily, but I definitely am highly concerned about how these people are planning to care for themselves, being that only 40% of Americans have about $1,000 of emergency savings in place. These people cannot go more than 2 weeks without a job. So today I am here to give you 4 ways that you're able to make some money at home while fighting this crazy coronavirus that's happening outside. But this is the #1 way that I recommend anybody to hop online and start making money right now if your job has told you that you can't show up to work for the next 2 or 3 weeks, or honestly even a month because of this virus. English tutoring is the way to go for me. And you actually don't need to hold a bachelor's degree. There are a lot of companies online that allow you to teach students, and you don't need to actually hold a bachelor's degree. Thank God, but I'm actually an online English teacher. I've been teaching English online for about 6 months now. So thankfully, my job and my income is steady enough to the point where I'm not as affected by this coronavirus as many others who work in restaurants or schools or libraries and things like that. I'm gonna add a bunch of different places where you can teach online and what requirements they have and what requirements they don't have. But I really recommend teaching English online. It's super easy, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of the times these companies provide the lesson materials for you. So you don't need to go to school to become an English teacher. You don't need to suddenly have this certification or qualification. A lot of times you can just get hired within the first week of applying and start teaching kids right away online through Skype or through whatever online platform they have for you to teach in. So right here, I'm gonna place all the jobs that do not require a bachelor's degree. And right here, I'm gonna place all the jobs that do. Another awesome way to make money online is becoming an online juror. So attorneys who want to create a mock trial before the actual trial, sometimes it'll be like really costly to get an in-person mock trial. So what they'll do is they'll actually pay people online to be a pretend juror. So because a lot of companies are looking for jurors who are going to actually match the profile of real life jurors, they're gonna ask a lot of extensive questions from your age to a lot of your demographics, your background, what kind of job you have, and maybe even your criminal history. So a lot of these companies are going to be paying anywhere from $10 to $60 just for an online juror. So it is a little bit competitive. So my recommendation is to actually sign up for several different companies. That way you'll have a better chance of actually getting picked to be an online juror. #3, web or application testing. Nowadays, there are so many websites and so many applications that before they actually launch, they're looking for people to actually test and give feedback on the application. So you actually don't have to be super knowledgeable about web or even actually the app itself, because a lot of these developers, they want kind of, I guess, like a beginner's viewpoint. They actually want someone that doesn't actually have any web experience whatsoever, but might be interested in the app. So what you're going to be doing when you are reviewing a website or an application is you're going to either be given tasks or questions to perform, such as creating a profile and making a review of your user experience. Generally, these reviews only take up about 25 to 30 minutes, and they pay anywhere from $25 to $45. #4 is translation jobs. Guys, if you are bilingual, this is right up your alley. There are so many companies and small businesses that are looking for translators to translate their documents because either they don't have a personal translator that they can hire with them at their company, and it might be cheaper for them to just hire somebody online. But oftentimes translators actually get paid quite a bit of money, anywhere from maybe $25 to $75, depending on the length of the text. You can get paid to just translate something in your own native language that you already know. Another great website that offers this for freelance interpreters or freelance translators is Steepies. Now, it could be pronounced Steppies. I don't know how it's pronounced, but all I know is once I checked on that website, there were a ton of jobs being posted every like 15 minutes for people to translate documents for other people all over the world. And you don't need any type of certificate or a bachelor's degree to do this as well. So guys, I really hope that this was helpful. There are so many ways that you can search online for how to make money from home. If you have just your job's been put on pause at your restaurant or at your school or at your library or wherever it may be, there are so many avenues online to making money that aren't always shady. My biggest caution would just be careful. Be wary of shady websites. Don't ever give out your social security or your credit card anywhere online, because there are some shady websites out there. And even though they may not pay like $25 an hour, once you actually get involved in multiple opportunities that all of these little jobs have to offer, also which they don't require much experience in, at the end of the week you could have like $300, which you may have been making at your previous minimum wage job. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll link all of the information that I told you guys in the description below. So stay tuned. See you next time. Bye.